Do you need a durable, fast laptop for your business needs? Stay tuned because in this video you're about to see the 5 best laptops for business majors. After watching this video, you will not have to look anywhere else because I have covered everything about these laptops here, whether it's advantages or disadvantages. So choose your favorite laptop from this video and click the links provided in the video description to order one. 5. Dell XPS 139380. The XPS 13 features a CNC machined aluminum unibody, which in base models is silver with a black carbon fiber palm rest. Dimensions and weight are unchanged at a petite 0.46 by 11.9 by 7.8 inches and 2.7 pounds. XPS 13 maintains the same design language that we've come to expect from the series: sleek, professional, and understated. This particular line of laptops focuses on remaining as portable as possible without sacrificing build quality or performance, which of course will come at a price. This year's XPS will feature your choice of a 13.3 inches ultra-sharp 4K Ultra HD 3840 by 2160 Infinity Edge touch display or a lower resolution Full HD 1920 by 1080p Infinity Edge touch or non-touch display. While this approach allowed Dell to have larger displays than nearly any other laptops in a similar category, it also forced their webcam to be placed below the bottom of the display. While Dell has maintained their Infinity Edge display, they now have the technology that now allows the webcam to fit in the tiny sliver of space just above the screen, where it belongs. The look of it is particularly impressive, with the tasteful backlighting striking a pleasant balance, feeling minimal and clean but still catching the eye. The keys are also a pleasure to type on, and as someone who isn't a massive fan of laptop keyboards generally, I was pleasantly surprised by the responsiveness of the board. 4. HP Pavillion 15. The HP Pavillion is regarded both as a mid-range and a budget laptop, although it reminisces more with a mid-range laptop, so it has a nice mix of plastic and metallic finishes on the exterior. This laptop does have a relatively hefty weight of 3.8 pounds, making it slightly heavier than the average 15-inch laptop. The HP Pavillion 15 features a 15.6-inch display along with the always-on blue light filter that is integrated into the screen to reduce blue light emission. You also have a modest resolution of 1920 by 1080p. You have a standard 60 Hz refresh rate and a surprisingly good IPS panel that has great viewing angles, but unfortunately you only get a mere 45 NTSC color rating, which means almost everything. There is also a hideous 720p webcam in the center of it. You have that with TNR for reducing noise in video calls. You do have a dedicated fingerprint scanner located towards the right corner right above the stickers. You'll also notice your trackpad is strategically placed in the center of the laptop. The first thing you're going to notice about the keyboard is the fact that you have a generous amount of surface area per keycap, which not only minimizes typos but also makes it easier to look at the keys on the actual keyboard now. With that said, the keystroke experience is decent but not great. 3. Lenovo Flex 5. The Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5 is a 2-in-1 laptop with a clean, unassuming look that doesn't look out of place in a professional or business setting. The bezels are thin, and the screen opens a full 360 degrees so you can use it as a tablet. The Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5 2-in-1 feels decently well built. It's made entirely of plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap, and there's very little give if you push on the keyboard deck. The top of the display flexes when you twist it, and the corners of the outer bezels pop out slightly, but there shouldn't be any risk of long-term damage if this happens. The Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5 14 screen is 1920 by 1080p on the smaller side, but it's still fine for multitasking with multiple windows or watching content. The side bezels are thin, helping maximize screen space while keeping the laptop compact. The Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5 14 has a poor color gamut. Its sRGB coverage is poor, meaning it can't display many of the colors used in standard web content. The Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5 720p webcam and microphone are mediocre. Colors are washed out, and it's hard to make out most of the writing in the video. The microphone is loud and clear, but there's a lot of static, and voices sound hollow. The Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5/14 keyboard feels great to type on. The size is good, and there's decent spacing between the keys, so it doesn't feel cramped. 2. Acer Aspire 5. At this price level, you won't get cutting-edge design, and the Aspire 5 has a clamshell design with chunky borders around the screen. It gets the basics right, though, with a sturdy chassis that should be able to cope with a few bumps in a backpack or bag when you're traveling. Although it's not an ultrabook, the Aspire 5 only weighs 1.7 kilograms and measures 18 millimeters thick, making it perfectly portable. It gets the basics right, though, with a sturdy chassis that should be able to cope with a few bumps in a backpack or bag when you're traveling. The 14-inch screen only provides 1920 by 1080 resolution, but it's bright and clear, with good viewing angles. We're also pleased to see that it has a matte finish that helps to reduce glare and reflection. A 720p webcam is a bit basic, but the image quality was better than expected. The image gets grainy when the light is low, but with some decent daylight, the image is sharp enough for video calls. The keyboard feels firm and comfortable for typing, and there's a fingerprint sensor on the trackpad for security. 1. Asus Rog Zephyrus G14. The Asus Rog Zephyrus G14 has a relatively clean design. It has some gamer aesthetics, like the shape of the power button and speaker grills, but it doesn't go overboard with it, so you can still use it in a professional working environment without sticking out too much. There are vents on both sides of the laptop, the back, and the bottom. The screen lifts the back of the laptop when opened, giving you a slight keyboard incline and allowing for better airflow on the bottom. It's available in 2 color schemes, Moonlight White and Eclipse Gray. The Asus G14's build quality is great. Asus specifies that the chassis is a mix of aluminum and magnesium alloy, but it feels more like plastic. It feels high quality and sturdy, though, and there aren't any obvious flaws in the construction. The finish feels smooth and doesn't pick up fingerprints or scratch easily. There's a little bit of flex in the display, but almost none in the keyboard deck. The Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 2022 is only available with a QHD Plus display. It has a very high pixel density to produce sharp images and text, making it suitable for gaming, media consumption, and productivity. Its 16:10 aspect ratio gives you slightly more vertical space than a standard 16:9 screen so that you don't have to scroll as much when reading a document or website. There's also a webcam up top, so for the people that want to log in with facial biometrics, now you have that option. The Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 has an excellent touchpad. It's large even though it's a relatively compact laptop, and it feels smooth, allowing the fingers to glide easily. The keycaps feel high quality, and there's sufficient spacing between the keys. The layout is fairly standard and doesn't take long to get used to. Alright guys, that's all for now. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please do leave your feedback in the comments, it will be much appreciated. We do our best to keep you up to date with the best products in the market all the time. So if you want to be updated, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and also make sure to look in the description to find the most up-to-date pricing on all the products mentioned in this video.